Good morning, everybody. I don't know if anybody is going to be around this morning. I just came on to test some equipment changes that I want to making live streaming a little easier for me. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Carly. Carly, is this the first time you've caught me? Hi, Kathleen. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. I don't know if you read the thing. I'm trying out an old computer. Hi, Sherry. I didn't know if anybody'd be here this morning. How about that? That's awesome that you guys are here. I just am going to play for a little bit and test this equipment, and I'm really glad if you guys want to pop in and visit. I was going to try to do it last night. Lisa was busy and she didn't do her live last night, so I was going to do it then and just did not. I was too tired. I was just too tired. So I'm glad you guys are around. At least I know it's working and you can see me. That's what matters. So I've got some cardstock. This is giant cardstock that I got at the printer supply, and it's bent. So I got it very inexpensively. And I want to make some covers. Kendra, wasn't it you that asked me to show you how to make, what is in my brain's gone this morning? Traveler's notebooks, inserts. Because that's what I'm making the covers for. I'm just gonna put some paint down and get some things kind of ready to go. Yeah, okay, well, that's what I'm going to make covers. So that I have cover stock to make some things I cleaned. Okay, and when you clean, sometimes then you can't find anything. Oh, wow. What a wonderful place to live, Callie. I'm just gonna make some paper, or some painty paper basically, but painty paper on giant cardstock. So can you tell me, guys, is the picture halfway decent and everything? If everything's going okay over there? Let me know if it buffers a lot, that kind of thing. Oh, that paint smells funny. Okay, it's good? Great. Thanks, guys. Hubby went off to help his brother. My father-in-law's laundry room has needed some TLC for a while. There was a skylight in it, and it leaked in the skylight, and eventually, after it leaking so many times, the ceiling kind of had an issue, and then he hadn't done anything about it, so the boys have gone to redo the ceiling. That's one of the things about taking care of somebody else's house all the time. So just realized I could see in the picture that was very shiny. That was thick. That orange is kind of dull. Let's see if this one's a little, maybe the same orange. It is the same exact orange. Well. We got it. This one says orange spice. Maybe it'll be a little better. Okay, I've got slow motion and it's not in sync. Huh. I wonder what that is. Okay, guys, I'm going to try to do a setting change. If you, I'm just going to mess with it, and if you lose me, let me know. It's always delayed a little bit, but it should be in sync. Okay, well, give me a second. Let me make a change and see what happens, and I'll be right back. Let's try that, guys, and we'll see how it goes. Let me know. I appreciate the information because, like I said, this may or may not work. I had some work done to my old computer, and I'm trying not to have to move my new computer around so much. It's the deal. The new computer has an issue. The old computer still works real well, just I don't know if it's fast enough to do live streams. That's the thing. So I reset the bit rate. We'll see if that helps it. I tried to make all the settings the same as on the new computer, but there's so many to change. And since I work on my computer, moving my new computer around all the time is kind of a pain. So I had hoped maybe I could use this old one. And the poor baby is 13 years old. I mean, it's, as a laptop goes, the guy at the fix-it shop said that it was still a good computer. I will tell you that it takes half an hour for the bloody thing to turn on. Not quite, but you know how that goes. You know, you get something that's newer and faster, you always go, oh, that thing takes forever. So is it any better? Oh, it says I'm not even live. Oh dear. Did you guys lose me completely? I'm checking things, guys. Says you're there, but uh-uh. Oh, I am good. Okay. And it's much better. Oh, good. Oh, good, guys. Yes, Kathleen. Kind of like us old folks. Good. Thanks, guys. Let me know if what it's doing if it's not good. Anyways, Kendra asked for me to make a traveler's notebook insert just to show us how and whatnot. And rather than making plain old cardstock ones, I thought I would make some fancy cardstock. I can get a couple covers out of one of these sheets, and then I have extra to make, coins or whatever. If I had been playing along properly in Lisa's pick tin and Becky's things, I'd have cardstock made, but I haven't, so. My book. I lost my book. Ooh. Oh, what's everybody else doing this morning? Everybody ready for Christmas? Now that's not done. I'm just going to set it aside and let it dry a little bit. Drinking coffee. Okay. Well, Kendra, that works. Like I said, I was going to do this last night because Lisa was not on. Thinking maybe, that I could accomplish two things at the same time, have everybody visit, and I was so tired. It's been we've had sort of a madhouse kind of craziness. It seems like every week it gets crazier. It looks like Christmas here is going to be very quiet. My father-in-law is going off with his girlfriend somewhere on a trip. They do a lot of that. I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to do it, but that's, as long as he can, that's fine. And my brother-in-law has said he's got friends he wants to go, since Dad's not going to be here. He's got friends he's going to go spend Christmas with. So we're talking about going out to dinner and my not cooking, huh? But we'll see. I'll miss cooking. I like family dinners. I like doing that stuff, but I'm sure not going to do it for 3 of us. It just seems silly. I don't mind cooking. Of course, I don't do anything fancy. I've always said, that turkeys are one of the easiest things in the world to cook. My son's allergic to a lot of foods, so we ate a lot of turkey when he was little. because he's allergic to chicken, so he's not allergic to turkey. So I've cooked a lot of turkeys at odd times of the years. And ham is just as easy to cook. So oh, Kathleen, I'm sorry for your children. That's got to be hard this time of year. Oops. Always make such a mess. Kendra, I'm not real fond of it anymore. You know, when you eat as much of it as we have eaten, of course, in South Dakota, you know, we live near the turkey plant, and so they grow turkeys up there, and so we could get turkey, like lunch meat and stuff, really cheap. I would buy turkey lunch meat and have it in the freezer because I could get it like 10 pounds for $7. And so we ate a lot of turkey. When you live near the processing plants, they have like stores that offer different things. And you know, when you can get Cajun turkey and the likes of that, it's not bad. But I can pass on turkey now. I usually fix turkey for Thanksgiving because that's what everybody wants, and then I usually fix ham for Christmas. Unless my kidlet's going to be around, and then I fix another turkey. So I like cooking vegetables too, so yeah, I cook quite a bit, even for just the two of us. Of course, I also cook in, I don't know how to cook small. I package meals for my mom and that, so. Okay, frozen screen with no sound. How about the rest of you? Janet, good morning, dear. I'm so glad you popped in. Can somebody tell Carly to try refreshing her screen? If everybody else can see me, it's got to be her screen. Kendra, I always cook through the week, and then that way, and always with leftovers, and that way Saturday and Sunday I didn't cook. Well, the way our lives have been the last couple years with everything going on, I cook whenever I can, and then we eat leftovers until they're gone. So thank you, Kathleen, because everybody else seems to be okay. I'm glad this is working, because it will really make things a lot easier for me. So well, you'd think I got enough paint, but it doesn't seem to want to be enough. I'd say that one's almost empty. Okay. Oh, thank you, Janet. That works perfect. Janet, you're so good to us, helping us out. Kendra, have you been playing along in the you have, because I've seen things you've been doing. You're watching videos. Have you worked on your cover? I really like how my cover came out. I haven't finished it, of course, because I'll have to finish it next week, but I'm really liking what it did. I'll show y'all in a minute. Well, I guess this corner over here is going to be a little white because I'm not going to put out more paint. So, it's only one problem. This computer... Oh, you have the inside done. Okay, good. It was Carl's that I think I looked at. Yes, Kendra Janet is the best. She is awesome. Well, Kathleen, you know, we all have projects that we want to do. I have 500 million on my list. And someday I need to finish my kitchen floor. It's half done. Okay, let me put this off to the side. Let me see if I can figure out what I did with my cover. It's right here somewhere. Oh, there it is. It came out okay. I'm liking it. We'll finish it up next week. I think it's going to work real well. So, hi, 80 doll. Oh, Dawn popped in. I missed. I haven't started, and Cherry hasn't started her cover yet. Well, oh, Mary's here. Hi, guys. Good morning, everybody. I'm just piddling and testing equipment. That's what I'm doing this morning. So you guys are awesome for popping in. I really appreciate it. And letting me know what's working and what isn't working. I cleaned up my table, so now I'm going to have a mess everywhere. I've also been working on that Lori Marie Jenkins December challenge. And guys, if you watch her, she put up a new video. It's called Faux Leather Notebook or some cover or book cover or something. It is gorgeous. To die for, gorgeous. You have to go watch that one when you're done because it's really cool. I watched it this morning. I didn't get as much stuff done this morning as I wanted. We had to take Jeff's car in. I swear that Jeep is gonna be the death of me. It's constant. It seems that it's broke, but we got it there, and that's what matters. Guys will figure it out and fix it. I hate intermittent problems. I mean, mine's 25 years old. I expect problems, but his isn't that old. So, what you guys talking about? Oh, Kathleen, and I'm not even done. You mean the blue and purple one? Oh, you're talking about my other cover. Thank you. And that's the inside, Kathleen. That's the inside of it, and then the outside is all grungy. Good morning, Linda. Guys, if I missed anybody coming in, hello, hello, hello. I apologize for missing you. Like Mary says, you know, the chat moves and we don't always see it. Yeah, I maybe need a little more than that. Mary, I didn't get up early enough to see your live this morning. I'm going to have to go back and watch it later. Kathleen, my mother said a friend of hers got a new car, and she went into the dealer and told the dealer that if he didn't tell her which buttons to push to do what, she was going to return the car. Now, I have to tell you, mine has more electronics on it than I expected for 25 years old. It has roll-up windows and whatnot, but I don't have a clicker to open my doors or, let's see, what else? Oh, I have to adjust my side mirrors manually, and, oh, thanks, Mary. I know that it's okay. It's just I wish that I would wake up early on the days you do that. I swear, the days I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning are not the days you're streaming. It's like, okay. But yes, Kathleen, the new cars can be... Of course, my son drives a 1990. It has no electronics. I guess he's preparing for the apocalypse or something so that it will still run. He's just in love with his truck, that's all. Mine's 25 years old because that's the one I found that was in good condition and cheap. Oh dear. $80. I did not know. Thanks, Janet. At the potato snow globe. Oh, I'll have to. Oh, that sounds awesome, Mary. Marking his potatoes. You know what? I need to do some potato stamp carving and stamp with potatoes for Mark. That would be fun. Oh, $80, great. I'm you know, I'm going to have trouble waiting to finish mine because I really want to go ahead and finish it, but I promised everybody we would finish up next Sunday, and I'm like, oh, I want to finish it now. But that's all right. I have plenty of other stuff to finish, so it's not a big deal. Oops. So it's one of those things where I can always find something else to do. One of these days I'm going to spend some time gluing stuff in this book. For as warm as it is, my furnace is running again. 1953 Mercury. Oh, Kendra. Mine's not that old. That calls for antique plates. Patricia. I almost missed seeing you come in. Patricia is in the house. So, gosh, guys, I'm so glad you guys are here to let me know this is working. I just did not know, and it means now I get to set it up a little bit where I can see the chat better. I can't see the chat very well the way it's been set up. I'm going to sit it right in front of me, and there's a I'm going to put it on a box for the time being, but there's a stand I want to order to put it on, and if it's right in front of me, then I should be able to read chat without my glasses on. Are you buffering, Linda? Yeah, I wouldn't mind a 1953 something. I think I'm going to use this stamp. I wonder if it's got enough stuff left in it. This is from, it's a piece of foam. It's like a meat tray. Our vegetables come on it. Or I can buy vegetables on it. Yes, Patricia. Christmas hugs to everybody. Yeah, Linda, is it bedtime? Is that... Or did you just get up? It probably just got up. Oh, I need a makeup sponge. These makeup sponges are so old. Look how brown they are. Oh, it's almost dinner time. Okay, Linda. We got up early because we had to have Jeff's car in early. But by the time I got back from taking the car in, Mary was off. Now, guys, when this gets all dry, when I do my covers, I do this, and then it'll get all dry, and then I will cover it with Mod Podge to make it nice and sturdy and easy to keep clean and that kind of stuff. Got that one a little thick on that edge. This stamp is, I've had this stamp for 6 months or better, and it's made out of a plastic tray. Kathleen needs makeup? Okay. Well, my husband's Jeep is a toy. Really and truly, it's a toy. He wanted a motorcycle, and he wanted a Jeep, and he kept wanting both. And I told him that he could have one or the other. I won't ride a motorcycle behind someone. I like to ride motorcycles, but I want to drive. So if he got a motorcycle, he had to get two, which, you know, would have cost more than the car. And he wanted a specific Jeep, and I said, well, you know, you can have one or the other. And he decided on the Jeep. and it's raised, and it has big 33-inch tires, and it has, you know, a winch on the front, and he goes out and he goes back roading and all that good stuff. We belong to a Jeep club so that we can ride, go off-road. I'm going to, Mary. The problem is I have not been to the store to get Elmer's glue. I had to put out more Mod Podge yesterday, but I put it in a bowl so I can mix it without any problem. But I'm going to have to go after Elmer's glue, and I have not been out other than to do things that have been kind of, you know, where we can't go. We're still having issues with the lawyers and the insurance company over our RV, so we've been kind of going crazy this last couple of weeks over that. So I haven't been to the store is what I'm saying. And Jeff checked at the grocery store for me yesterday for the glue, and all they had was kids' school glue. Okay, I missed something. Just posted him some. Oh, thank you, Janet. You, like I said, you just are the best. Oh, $80. I don't think so. I think that what we do is all about, everything we do is you do what you can, and if it doesn't come out perfect, then you don't worry about that. You go on, you enjoy making it. If you think your level of craft is one level, I can guarantee you it's higher than you think, and that you should just go for it and do it and have fun with it. And I'll bet you that when we see it, we're all going to go, yes, that's perfect. That's wonderful. So please don't feel that way, because you should have seen me trying to do some die cuts yesterday. I don't know. I thought I was making a mess. And I do things. When I was doing my cover for my December challenge thing, I put too much glue in. We all just do what we do, and if I come up with something that's not quite right, I just paint over it. And I've been making a mess since I was 4, so, you know. And that's a long time. Okay, Mary, get some coffee. That's right, Mary. Make it your level, $80, and just enjoy making art. That's just... You know, some of my favorite things, there's a place, I think it's in northern Alabama, and when we get to travel again, we're going back, because the last time we were there, we had my son. He was young, and by the time we got there, he was kind of tired, and while he enjoyed it, and he was good and sweet and all that, we did not stay real long. There was a man, and I can't tell you what town it was, but he did folk art, and it was an amazing thing. One of the buildings on the property looks like a big pink cake. It was part of his home. He decorated the chain link fence with just all kinds of lovely, interesting art. His walkways around the property were filled with bottles and scraps and marbles and mosaics that were, you know, just from junk. I mean, that he was one of the first junk crafters I ever saw. Oh, Janet, are you cooking good food again? Um, $80. I mean it. Just play and have fun. But when we get a chance to go back to where, and if I can find it, maybe I'll tell you guys Sunday where it is. But it's in northern Alabama someplace, and his home is now, his children opened his home. Somewhere along the line, he became a preacher. And this, you know, this was back in the day when you had to have another job too. And plus he made all this interesting art. It's just a wonderful place to visit. And it was just his home. My husband told me I could do anything I wanted as far as decorating in this house, and then I ended up having to live in it in a hurry, and so I haven't gotten to do much. I did cut up the kitchen tile and stick rock in different places in the kitchen floor, which isn't quite done yet. And my mother said that she couldn't believe that all the color I love and always use, that I would paint all the walls gray. They're sort of a very light gray. But I said that, you know, when I get done, it won't be gray anymore. But yeah, Janet, I looked up where you lived the other day, and I didn't realize you were on Long Island. Because we will come to see my sister hopefully next fall, and I'm going to have to come take you out to lunch. My sister's in more up near the Hudson Valley. She's over the mountain from New Paltz in Accord. But we always go to the city at least once while we're there. And the next time we go to New York, we're going to go to the city by ourselves for several days. Because there's a lot of places I want to just spend time at and just sit and not try to see a lot. And we have some friends we want to see. We have a friend that works downtown. My sister used to live in Brooklyn. When my little nephew was born, and he's not little, he's a freshman in high school this year. When he was born, they decided that it was cheaper to live outside the city and go to a public school than it was to live in the city and pay for private school. So that's what they decided to do. Yeah, Janet, it's not very far. We always go to the city. Now, we usually drive in. We can go to, where is it? Okay. Stephanie's in Accord, and if we go east, there's a big train station that we could take the train in from there. And that would be an option kind of thing. So, okay, wait a minute. I'm going to have to check out chat just a second. Get it. Okay. Janet, you were born in Brooklyn? My nephew was actually born in Brooklyn because they didn't move out of the city until just right after he was born. Stephanie loved the city, and honestly, I don't think they would have ever moved if it hadn't been that he was born and they thought the school would be better out there. You know, I think I'm going to use the same color on this one. But we were supposed to go there 2 years ago in the fall when we were in the wreck. We were in the wreck in January. It will be 2 years, January 12th, since we were in the wreck. And we still don't have a new RV. So and I shouldn't, complain because we have a roof over our heads and that's what matters. And nobody died. That's another big thing. No one died. We were just suddenly left homeless. We lived in our RV, so we spent 5 months on Jeff's dad's floor, which was an interesting thing. Uh-oh, what are you getting banned for, Linda? Uh-oh. Trying to think of the street name Linda was born on in Brooklyn. Oh, okay. Oh, Kathy. Oh, hi, Kathy. I didn't see you come in. I apologize. Hello. The RV's nothing compared to anything else. Oh. Well, that's an interesting name, Linda. The Kathleen, Kathy said that, I think. We tow the Jeep. That's one of the reasons Jeff wanted the Jeep. We tow the Jeep. Our rig was 36 feet long, but I drove semis right out of college, so 36 feet's nothing. So I don't mind driving it at all. I don't mind riding in it. Jeffrey would like to have a big diesel one. We, of course, cannot afford that. He's like, oh, yeah, right. I'm not going to work that many more years. But I don't mind driving. Of course, we also don't drive fast. We drive nice and slow. I mean, nice and slow being 60, 65. I don't drive 12 on the expressway, but 36 feet's really not that long. We stayed small enough so that we can camp in state parks and those kinds of places. And it's a Class A, so that means that we drive it, we don't pull it. Oh, well, Kathy, my father-in-law, I would not ride in his with him. That's, there's no way. Tadpole Holler. which is on Frog Leg Road. Frog Leg Road. Oh my goodness, Kendra. Huh. What was I going to say? I forgot. I was reading, everything was fun. Oh, I know what, Kendra. My husband used to live when we were in Illinois. We went to school in Southern Illinois, and the town's called Carbondale. And I'm from Michigan. He's from down here. And we went to school in Illinois, and that's where we met. But he lived on a place called the Frog Farm, and it's still there, and it's still got a sign out front called the Frog Farm. It was that he and his roommates had a house in front of sort of a trailer park. So huh. 38-foot Class A, and he can't find the brake. Uh-oh. What kind is it, Kathy? I gotta go back and see if she said. Okay, Kathy, I can understand why you don't want to ride with him. If that's how he drives, he's driving too fast for what he can do. That's part of it. You know what? That's the thing. Oh, Kendra, I was born in Michigan too. Went to high school in Michigan. Okay, Kathy. Ours is a Tiffin. If yours is an Allegro Bay, is it a diesel? And I can understand why he can't find the brake. The brake and the gas pedal are too close together. We've already had a discussion. Actually, we had a discussion with Bob Tiffin about it. And Kendra, what town were you born in? Aha, it's the diesel. So it's the if it's 38, yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Then we were looking at a 33 AA, which is only 36 feet long, but we can't justify it. I just don't want to work that long or that hard. I told Jeff for that kind of extra money we would go to Scotland and Ireland maybe. Taylor, okay. Kentucky is a beautiful state. Kinder, I was actually born in Flint. I went to high school in Rochester, which is down closer to Detroit. Because my dad worked for General Motors. I think 90% of the people in Michigan work for General Motors. So okay, Lisa, come in. I miss Lisa coming in. Oh, and both Patricias are here now. Okay, okay. If I missed, guys, if I missed you, I'm sorry. I was gonna ask y'all if any of you are doing Lori Marie's December challenge. Chat's moving really quick, so I'm just kind of missing things sometimes. This big of a piece always takes a while to do. Dawn's doing it slowly. Hi, Kathy. Oh, okay, Lisa. That's okay. Or Patricia, it's okay to call me Lisa. I had told Lisa that since she couldn't stream last night, I'd try to stream last night, and I was too tired. I put up lemons yesterday. My husband picked, we have a neighbor with a lemon tree. The lemons are like small grapefruits. They're round. Last year they were not good. Our oranges weren't good. This year they're delicious. Well, yeah, Mary, I can totally understand that. The only reason I decided to do it was because it just looked like too much fun. If it doesn't get done in December, I'm not worried about it. That's how I do things. I'm so over worrying about accomplishing something in a specific amount of time. The only thing that I have to worry about in that respect is making sure Jeff eats well and my mama is taken care of. And those things have to be done in a specific amount of time, and the rest of it, it's kind of like cleaning my house. I'm not going to worry about it. Doing other things, I'm not going to worry about it. But I'm going to finish up the cover, I hope, today. Then my pages, I've about got all my pages covered with, for Lori Marie's, covered with gesso. That was a lot of painting, and it wasn't about the painting, it's about having space to lay it out to get it dry. So okay, I missed something. Yeah, Mary. I mean, you've got a lot going. Okay, I missed somebody coming in, I think. Vandana? Did I say that right? Linda, she's doing, she took an old book cover and she did a technique on the book cover, and then she made it into a junk journal, basically. She added all kinds of papers and stuff. She's adding 3 signatures. She did that technique with brown paper bags to make like a faux leather with her embossing, and that is a to die for technique. I posted the beginnings of mine last week, I think, but because I don't use the heat tool, my covers, I had to stop because my cover wasn't dry. I had to wait before I could go on, and I just haven't got back to it. It's one of those round to it things. So I'm almost out of paint, and I don't think I want this blue for the other one, so I'm going to have to try to eke it out. I don't want to get out more paint. There we go. That's enough. Thank you, Janet. Lori's Janet just posted a link, Lisa or Linda, to Lori Marie's challenge. No, Linda, that's a new one. That new one with the sewing machine, that's a new cover, and it is really awesome. That one is a little different. This other one is called the December Challenge. So it's a little bit different. So you mind watch Janet just posted, so I would just take a look at what she posted, because that's what it is. Ugh. I need to get back and jelly print some stuff. I haven't jelly printed in forever. The new one she just posted today. Is hot. Yeah, she's hot on the tubes. She does some really interesting things, but she just posted a new video today that is really, really interesting, where she used that same technique and did sew it together and did a composition notebook cover. So, and it's really to die for cool. So I'm going to have to do that too. It's definitely not going to happen right now, but since Christmas is going to be so quiet, I may just play all day. We will be gone Christmas Eve. A friend of ours' birthday is Christmas Eve, so we'll be out and about that day. And it's the season. I don't know if any of you saw, but I posted pictures of Jeffrey from the other night. You know, Jeffrey plays Santa Claus, and he does it because he loves doing it. And my father-in-law's girlfriend called and asked if we would oh, Kathy, what a mess. Yeah, that's a good idea. The 2019 project, that's what. Yeah, Janet, her stuff it's very interesting, and she's not worried about perfection. That's one of the things I really love about her stuff, is that she is not worried about the perfect edge or the perfect thing. She actually grunges things down a lot, and makes things that are imperfect on purpose, and I like that. And I certainly do not like the orange on this, but oh well. Sometimes we do things and then we go, oh no, I shouldn't have done that. That's a nice thing about cardstock. I can always start over. or cover it up. Oh, Kathy, I'm sure. Then if it's wet, then it's wet. Yes, Beth. Oh, hi, Beth. I didn't see you pop in either. Her last name is Jenkins. It's Lori Marie Jenkins. Add some yellow to the orange. Okay, I will as soon as the orange dries. Kathy, it has done that here so many times. 2 weeks ago, we had a flood. We had 5 inches of standing water in the front yard, and it was 7 inches under the house by the time we got done. So, okay. I need my little circle tool. My white. Where's my white? I have to show you guys too. I have it sitting here. I was going to show it Sunday. I asked my mom. I knew she had some old elastic. That isn't real good elastic for things anymore. And I said, Mom, I want something to temporarily tie in some books together. Can you give me some of that old elastic that you said was not any good anymore for clothing? And she sent me that whole roll. I don't know how well it will hold things in, but I'm certainly going to try. Yeah, Patricia, I don't think I have enough. Now it's not going to work real well for honestly, because it's too thick, it's too wide, but it will work to temporarily hold things into the book that I wanted to. That my totally junk journal, I have to just tie it in for now until I see where it's going to go. So it will work for that. But it's like, ugh, Mom, I didn't need a whole. And she sent, I have some lace elastic and other stuff that she sent. She's never going to use it. And it's, elastic goes bad, so. Oh, hi, Stephanie. I didn't see you pop in. We are all just goofing off. From the looks of it, since I changed things a little bit, everything seems to be working, so I can stream through this computer, which that is a big plus. So let's put that up and put it on here. Okay, I missed something. Well, that sounds good, Linda. As long as you don't let anything burn. That's how I am when I go to Mary's on Friday night a lot of times. I have to pop in and out because I'm usually working. I cheated and I kind of did not do any shows for December. I'm going to have to buy white paint. December shows are never really very good. Bead shows is what I'm talking about. Bead shows. December bead shows are never very good anyways. So taking off that part of work for December is not a big deal. But I am supposed to be making beads. And you see what I'm doing instead of making beads, right? Well, Kathy, I hope you can get it cleaned up without too much trouble. Thank you, Janet. They're going to be covers. It's cardstock. So Kendra asked, not yesterday, Sunday, if I would show how I make my traveler's notebook covers. Or inserts. Not the covers, but the inserts. So I'm going to do some traveler's notebook inserts. And I needed covers. I didn't want to put boring old covers on there. So Barb's here. Hello, Barb. Okay. I think we'll go back to this, maybe. Let's see how this looks. Well, it would help if I had enough paint. I need to finish up that scrapbook art journal that I've been working on for months and months and months. But there again, you know, it'll get done when it gets done. Yeah, I think that'll do. Thanks, Barb. I'm not sure it's totally done, but I'm going to work on it. So what I really can't believe is how well this little stamp that I made is still working. It's just still working fabulous, and I can't remember when I made it, but it's been a long time. I've used it a lot. I started to tell y'all I put up lemons yesterday. We have an orange tree. The neighbor across the street has a lemon tree. The lemons are about the size of a small grapefruit. And last year, neither one of the trees, they had fruit on them. They were loaded with fruit, but the fruit was not good. It was dry, And the lemons were bitter. The oranges, we ate some of them, but for the most part, they were not real good. This year, they're delicious. Everything about them is delicious. Oh, Patricia, we're going to have to talk about that. You and Mary especially. Thank you, Barb. Sometimes I have to layer more than one layer because I mess up, but you know. Anyways, the neighbor likes oranges, and I love lemons. And honestly, there's no way to use all that are on these trees. We've been giving oranges away for 2 weeks now. And Jeffrey hasn't even got the ladder out to pick the top ones. So Jeff picked me a 5-gallon like cat litter bucket full of lemons. He took me all day yesterday to cut them up and freeze them. It just, I couldn't believe how long it took to do all of that, to get them all in the freezer. I've got 3 big giant bags of cut up lemons for my water and whatever else I happen to want lemon for. Mostly in my water and tea. Yeah, I can't, Barb, I don't think that the lemon tree will grow in Canada. Now I'm going to tell you too, both of these trees, I am sure, have reverted back to their rootstock because they both the lemon tree and our orange tree have thorns, which is kind of not a thing in the fruit that they grow in the orchards. But when oranges and lemons tend to be grafted, and they tend to be grafted on rootstock that you never know about, and they have both reverted back to having thorns. We do not have avocados. We're too far north. Yeah, Stephanie, nothing grows out there from what I've seen, unless you water everything and then you waste so much water. Whatever grows for us has to grow on its own. We don't water. We don't, of course, we have enough water because, you know, we get flooded, but and it gets cold here. Last winter we had a lot of freezing weather, and we have these huge elephant ears, and they're all along the side of my studio. They kind of grow like a hedge along the side of my studio. They died back to the ground, and so this last summer they didn't come back quite as well. I'm liking this a lot better. But it's all about whatever Mother Nature sends at us, whether or not we have that fruit. Dawn, South Dakota was like that too. Very, very cold in the winter, and it can be bloody hot there in the summer. Of course, it used to be we were gone to shows so much of the time that it was hard to grow. We quit having a garden because we were gone. It never failed that we were gone. Of course, I also had to be down here a lot. My dad was sick for a long time, and I spent a lot of time down here. I can tell you that my truck knew the way between South Dakota and Florida all on its own. And Kathy, you were talking about driving. I have driven the motorhome to and from South Dakota and Florida by myself, I think 3 times. But I've driven the truck up and down the road a lot more often than that. Flying from where we lived in South Dakota was difficult. It, I just laid my hand in that one. We had to drive quite a ways to get to a plane, and then it would be, there are so many changes. You have to change twice out of South Dakota to get here. It would take me almost as much time to fly as it would be to get in the truck, get on the road, and drive straight through. It was 26 hours straight through. So I'm going to put another one over here where I messed up the first one. I'm liking this one a lot better now that I added that yellow. Thank you, whoever said yellow. I've forgotten. Good morning, Deborah. Guys, if I have missed saying hello to anybody, hello, hello, hello. I'm glad you're all here. It seems that my stream health has been pretty good and everybody is seeing me okay. I had a little issue in the beginning, but it seems like it's all sorted itself out. Oh, I need to probably, let's see, let's put that right, put that right there. My gosh, that sponge has a lot of paint in it. Okay, I missed something totally, but yeah, guys, I have to hope that I remember you guys' names, because I am not the best with that. Now, if you saw me at a bead show and you bought beads from me, I could tell you a year later what beads you bought from me, but I can't tell you your name. So okay, guys. I'm thinking about a few little black dots. What do y'all think? Oh dear, Linda's not inviting us to breakfast. Yeah, okay. Linda didn't invite us to breakfast. No, Dawn, I used to do bead shows all over the country. We were headed to Tucson, to the big Tucson bead show, when we were in the wreck in the RV 2 years ago. Okay, so black, oh, dinner, Linda's dinner, see ya. Black dots it is. Dawn, I used to do bead and button and Tucson. Now we lived in South Dakota then, so most of my shows were in that South Dakota, Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas City, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois area. But I used to do, I've done several shows in Atlanta, Tennessee, Nashville, then Tucson every year, bead and button. So Barb, one of these days, it's hard to, everybody has asked me about filming that, but it's really hard to do because you cannot, I cannot make beads and worry about the cameras. Jeff's going to have to help me. No, Dawn, I have, not done a separate channel for my beads. I have a Facebook page for my beads, and I don't like that big dot. So we're going to have to find something smaller. I had a brand new, have a brand new one of these. Let's try that. I think that's a little, yeah. Oh, I've done a couple of jewelry videos on this channel, and I have a Facebook page that's called Tanya McGuire Beads and Jewelry, but I haven't done a separate channel for beads. But filming beads is one of those things that requires two people. It really does. I just can't justify the chance of, for one, burning the house down, and for another, burning myself trying to do a camera. And thank you all. Thank you very much. That's what you're supposed to be doing, guys, is playing. If it makes you want to play, then I did my job. Of course, this isn't my job, but you know. Dawn, I have gotten to where I don't make as many beads as I used to. The wreck of the RV caused a little bit of problems. Because we were traveling in the RV and living in the RV, not having it meant that we had no way to get to a show, so I haven't been able to go to a physical show for 2 years. I used to drive a big 7.3 liter diesel Ford pickup, and it's a long bed, and I had room to get to my shows and whatnot. But without the RV and just having the Jeep, we can't really do the show thing anymore. We may when we, if we can ever settle things with the insurance company. But Jeff's been so busy, to ask him to film videos for me is just, I just hate to ask him. He would in a heartbeat. He'd do anything I asked. He's just one of those guys. But by the time he finishes with his day, he is so tired. This house was not livable when we suddenly had to live in it. We hadn't bought it for the house. We bought it for the property and put in our RV pad. And so when we were in the wreck and suddenly had to have a roof, he's done amazing things with this house. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Am I missing questions? Let's see, Barb. I think they are on 13 by 14, 13 by 18. And they came from the printer supply company that I buy some stuff from. This is cardstock, and it's a heavy cardstock. It was damaged. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bend. One whole side of the ream of cardstock had been bent, and they therefore cannot sell it to the printer. I got a ream of heavy cardstock, I think, for $6. So, you know, it's well worth checking out. If you've got a paper place that supplies to printers, because I've gotten envelopes there, I've gotten, you know, and there's always some damage, but usually it's damage I can work around. Yes, Jeff's awesome, Stephanie. I'm sure that your Jeff is too. Mine is fabulous. I started to tell you too. We're supposed to go play. He's going to go play Santa Claus for the. My mom has lunch with a group of mentally challenged adults, and most of them are actually seniors. Yeah, his Santa's, that was Jeff's dad's girlfriend's doing. Yeah, Dawn, it was kind of life-changing. You know, the stress of the accident was one thing, but the stress from fighting with an insurance company is another. I think that's where a lot of Jeff's migraines are coming from. But he's supposed to play Santa Friday, and then of course Christmas Eve he will be playing Santa for we have friends that have grandchildren. So he'll be doing an appearance there. What he will do there is we will go, we'll have our dinner, we'll visit, and then he will put his suit on right before we go, because we'll tell the kids that he has to go get ready with his he's got to go help the elves to fill up the sleigh so that he can deliver the presents. And Friday, they want him to actually give out the gifts to the group, which is always good. Okay, guys, I think that one's done. What do you think? Or should I do some white splatters? Ooh, I don't know. Stephanie, it's on my Facebook page. His dancing was funny too. Should I do white splatters, guys, or leave it as it is? I'm tempted to leave it as it is, but I'm also tempted to put in some white splatters. Maybe I'll just leave it. You guys you're liking it this way, so that means it's probably done. It's done. When it dries, I will coat it with Mod Podge. And if I can get some glue ahead of time, Mary, if Mary's still here, I will Mod Podge it. Now then, I don't think I want black on this one. So I think we will go for some white dots. Okay, Stephanie. Okay, Patricia has spoken. Leave it as it is. Well, hello, Susan. Okay. Beth, this batch is, because it's cardstock, I'm going to use them as covers for some Traveler's Notebook inserts. Kendra asked me Sunday if I would do a Traveler's Notebook, how to do Traveler's Notebook inserts. So I'm going to do that. With these, I can usually get about 2 covers out of each one, and then the extra I'll use for, artist trading coins or card fronts or something like that. I might need some bigger dots. But if I paint the whole sheet and I get whatever covers I get out of it, then I have leftovers, which I'll use for something. What's going on, Linda? Yeah, Beth, I like this one too. Barb, I like this one too. Okay, we get a little bite. All right. And I can smell my chili cooking. I think that my crock pot just shut off, which means I may have to go. Has it been 4 hours? Yep, I guess it has. I may have to go pretty soon because I got to go finish up the chili. I cook beans from dry beans, and so they have to go on real early. But I'm pretty sure that's the noise I heard a few minutes ago. I love these Posca pins. Kendra, did you ever order? I think it was you was asking what size. Just so you know, this one is a it's the PC3M, which means I think it tells me it is from 0.9 to 1.3 millimeters. I asked a question, then I haven't looked at the answer. Susan, it's chilly here. It's not cold. The medium tips. Well, Kendra, you'll have to let me know, because I went into Joann's a couple weeks ago, and all of a sudden they have them. They have not had them, but they have a brand new display of Posca pins at Joann's. So I got a couple of white ones and then a black one. I wanted to try them before I bought a lot of them, and I am loving them. I like how they dot. I like how they draw. They seem to write on everything. But I think this one is going to need some big dots too. And Beth, where are you in Florida again? I like the pit pins too, Janet, but I like these micron pins because I use them to write with a lot, and they don't bleed through fabric, not through fabric, but through paper. The pit pins, that at least the big brush one that I have, I've got 2 or 3 of them. They tend to bleed through paper. Okay, New Smyrna Beach, so south. Okay, let's try this out and see if yeah. I'll lay my finger right in it. And this is an empty pen, ink pen. I learned that from Mary. She was using the tip of one of her empty what do you call that? Those pins she gets from Walmart. She was using the tip of it to draw with paint. So yeah, Janet, you can get them a lot of places, and Susan, my big problem with a lot of paint pens is that paint eats the tips of them, and then they're no good. Like I have this Sharpie one, that's a paint pen from Walmart, but the dry paint, that writing on it, ate the tip. It just ate it right up. So I think this one's about done too. What is your opinion? Yes, pen and gear marker. I got some of those the other day, Mary. They had all kinds of stuff from that company. They had erasers and pencils, and I got some permanent markers. I haven't pulled them out of the package yet. You know, it's been too busy. I got some of those permanent markers. They did not have anything fine. The ones they had were, you know, well, what Sharpie calls fine, but they're kind of thick. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I know. It's always that thingy. And yeah, Mary says they write real well over dry acrylic, but they don't come in a lot of colors. Yes, that's it, Janet. And Mary, yeah, that was it. I got the thicker ones, but the really thin ones, you know, well, we've got our microns and that kind of thing. This one is going to get called done until it dries, and then I'll put Mod Podge over the top of it. So that only leaves this one. And white is not going to, I might dot with white, but I think it needs black circles. That's right, Mary. If you ruin one, you've not lost a lot by ruining it, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted to try them. Thank you, Janet. And everyone else. And I don't know why, but I have multiple things of black paint here. I thought I had straightened that all out, but I would say my black paint's about gone. Okay, Mary, I'll have to take a look. Because the day I was in there, they didn't have any colored ones. All they had was the black ones. I'll have to look. But the other thing, too, is we have more than one Walmart. I mean, in general, there's a lot of Walmarts here. So if I try a different Walmart, I might find something totally different. The Walmart I was in that day is the one that's closest to our house, and not in the rich section of town. The one over by my mom's house, where it's closer to East Hill and the gated neighborhoods and all that, is 3 times the size of ours. So I will try that one because they usually have more product. Yeah, Barb. It's from Scotch Tape. Ooh, metallic? I'll have to look for those, Mary. The big pack. Okay. Dawn, Walmart used to be when we lived in South Dakota. Walmart was all we had. And it was not a big Walmart. But, Barb, I use a lot of Scotch tape to send out beads. I have to package a lot of my flower beads, have to be packaged in bubble wrap. So I tape the bubble wrap, so I go through a lot of tape. And these tape dispensers, the spoolie things come out, and then you can put washi tape in that dispenser if you want to. But I have several over here on my table because after a while they get gooky, and then I put them in the recycle bin. So I think we need big white dots. They had a whole box of the black ones, Mary. Yeah, Barb, seeing how that this time of year with people wrapping packages, you might find. I buy Scotch tape at Sam's Club by the package. I think is 6 or 8 things in a package, because I use quite a bit of it. Well, guys, I haven't dropped one single time this morning. I had a little trouble at the beginning. I've been on almost 2 hours. Yes, Janet, you're right. Not all brands have the double circle. The Scotch, and it's just the standard Scotch tape that I buy. If you give me a minute to finish this piece of paper, I will go and get one. Well, that dot's a little crooked. Go. I think this one's going to be called Done When I Finish These White Dots. It's a little different. The color scheme's a little different. Let me see. Yeah, Linda, when are you coming to the U.S.? And do I remember that you're going to drive across country? Uh-oh, that one's not really close to the edge, but oh well. Okay, I think that one's done. Sneak away. Oh, Dawn, I don't like to shop. Online is awesome, but I don't like having packages delivered here. Okay. Okay. Do you guys need me? I'll go get that Scotch tape so I can show you just real quick. And then I kind of have to go to, I have to get back to actual chores. Scotch tape, where's the Scotch tape? In this drawer, if it got put away, yeah. Because I think it was Barb, and she's gone. Was it Barb or Beth that needed to see this? These come apart. Come on. Well, maybe if I untaped it, it would do it. There we go. So it's Scotch brand. It's the matte finish magic tape, and it has two. It's so, honestly, they do it so it looks like it's got more tape on it. But what I do then is when those are empty, you can put a washi tape in there. Oh, maybe not this one. That one may be too wide. Then I can use the little one. I can put a washi tape in there. Dang it. It's not wanting to go on. Not all of them fit, but some of them do. Oh dear. I guess I don't have any that fit today. There we go. And you can put this back together and you've got a washi tape dispenser. There we go. So, I learned this when I used those, I made those little bags, for my shows, and we closed them, taped the bags closed with washi tape, and if it's in this dispenser, Jeff has very thick fingers. His small motor skills are not good because his fingers are real fat, and he's not got a lot of dexterity in them. So if this is like this, he can do that, and it makes it really much better. You think so, Mary? Okay, I will. I can do that, Mary. That's a good idea. Let me write it down. Write it down. Always write it down. The other thing is then too, you're not pulling your washi tape constantly trying to pick at it to get the thing loose. It works real well because, like this one, I have to hunt for the end. So, and I go through these probably one every 3 weeks, maybe more. So, okay, Mary, I'll do it this afternoon. How about that? Yeah, Janet, it's so hard to find the beginning of the washi tape. So, and that's because the washi tape's so thin. So, okay, guys, I am going to go. I need to check on my chili, and I need to have some lunch. And I thank you all so much for coming and checking out the new equipment and new old equipment. Yeah, Dawn, my mom is the same way. As things are harder for her to do. So, well, and folding the end back, Linda, then you lose the end. Wait, what am I waiting? Don't leave yet. Wait. Beth, I'm glad you found me today. I normally stream, Beth, if I normally stream on Sunday at noon. I have been working on this totally junk journal project on Sundays, and I wanted to test this today. Yeah, Mary needs me for something, so I'm not going until Mary tells me what she needs me for. Yeah, Beth, and I would love it if you'd come by on Sunday. Sundays are my better days for streaming. If we're busy, the weeks are busy. Do the tip. Try some double-sided tape, the kind with release. Okay, Mary, I'll have to see if I have any. Because I don't know that I have any release paper tape. Yeah, because that stuff's hard to, you have to, oh, you know what? Yeah. Like this stuff. That would go in there. Let's see. Let's take this apart. It fits in there because it's big. Yeah, Mary. Yep. And let's see if it tears. This one doesn't tear so well. Oh, that doesn't tear. So, but my paper tape might, just a minute. Oh, I'll have to look for one, Mary, but I'll do the tip video this afternoon, and, okay, that's what you wanted to say. Yeah, Susan, and, they come apart the same way. Yeah, Mary, I have a couple of brands. This is plastic. This release tape has a plastic cover on it. I don't like it, but that was what I could get. This double-sided tape. It's called red line tape, and that's what I could get. And I have found a couple, like this one. This one is, I think I got it at Tuesday Morning. It's real skinny, but it's got a giant thing. And I know I have some smaller ones. So I'll find it and I'll do the video later. But I'm going to go, guys. I really, really, really am so happy that you were here. And I'm so happy that this is going to work.